Just stack those boxes next to the others, she said to Frankie as he unloaded the dolly. That's the last of them. My back and arms could have sighed with relief. I'd lost count of how many boxes I'd hauled from Frankie's truck into the Victorian over the past couple of hours. Janie smiled at me. Thanks so much for your help, Marley. You too, Frankie.
My pleasure.
Frankie pushed his dark hair off his forehead and flashed a shy smile at Jane before heading out of the room with the dolly. I'm glad I was able to help, I said as Jane and I trailed after Frankie. He turned right, heading out the open back door, while we made our way toward the front of the old house, where 2 large rooms would display the museum's artifacts. At the moment, everything was still boxed up. We paused in the foyer when a woman's voice called out from behind us. "Hello, Jane!" We both turned at the sound. An elderly woman with perfectly coiffed silver hair stood framed in the back doorway. She wore a navy blue dress and held a silver-handled cane in one hand, though she didn't appear to be leaning much weight on it. "Winifred," Jane greeted. "Come on in." The woman entered the hallway and stopped to peek into the room where Frankie and I had stacked the last of the boxes. "I don't want to get in the way," Winifred said after she'd turned her attention back to us. "But I couldn't help myself. I had to come by to get a look at the transformation." "You're not in the way," Jane assured her. "As you can see, it's still a work in progress, but things are going well so far." "I'll say." Winifred came farther along the hall to join us in the spacious foyer. "The floors are beautiful. Dean's done a good job." Dean Vaccarino was the man Jane had hired to refinish the floors. He was working upstairs as we spoke. He wasn't my favorite person, but he really had done a good job with the floors. "Marley," Jane said to me, "have you met Mrs. Winifred Woodcombe?" "I haven't." I offered my hand to the elderly woman. "Marley Collins. It's nice to meet you, Mrs. Woodcombe." Keeping a loose grip on her cane, Winifred reached out with her free hand to clasp mine. "Likewise, my dear. Please call me Winifred. No need to stand on formality." She eyed me more closely. "You're the young woman who moved here from Seattle after you inherited the Pancake House from Jimmy Coulson." I smiled. "That's right." "Winifred has lived here in Wildwood Cove her entire life," Jane said. "She knows everyone and everything about this place." Winifred chuckled. "I've certainly had enough years to learn it all." "I suppose 65 years is quite a long time," Jane said with a smile. With another laugh, Winifred patted Jane's arm. "That's so kind of you, dear. We both know my 80th birthday isn't all that far off." "Still 2 years to go," Jane said. She glanced around us. "Hopefully the museum will be in order long before then." Winifred patted her arm again. "I'm sure it will be. Do you mind if I wander around?" "Please be my guest. Just watch your step. We've got boxes piled everywhere." "I'll be careful," Winifred assured her, before venturing into the room to the left of the front entrance. Jane picked up a stack of files from the top of a pile of boxes. "I'd better put these in my office before I forget." She started back down the hall, and I fell into step with her. Winifred donated money to cover the cost of the move. Jane told me in a low voice. That was good of her. She's a good woman. Wild West Days was her idea. She's a real champion of our local history, and she wants to find ways to get more people interested in it. "I'm looking forward to the event, and I know lots of other people are too," I said. Wild West Days would take place in 4 weeks. It was the first time Wildwood Cove was having the 4-day festival, and it sounded like it would be a lot of fun. I'd heard there would be activities like gold panning, mechanical bull riding, and line dancing, as well as country music concerts and a stagecoach robbery reenactment. The hope was that Wild West Days would kick off the summer season and draw in some early tourists. Judging by the buzz already around town, the event would have a good turnout. "Of course," Jane said, a hint of annoyance creeping into her voice. "Not everyone involved in planning Wild West Days